Hello everybody, this is FJOJR, the OG YouTuber, and I guess we're going to talk about Nintendo right now. The Nintendo Switch Online service was launched last week, in the middle of the week, and I paid for it for the whole year. I play a ton of Splatoon, like an unnecessary amount of Splatoon. So, I just need it, man. I just need the juice. I need it because I play a lot of Splatoon, and I play a little Mario Kart after that on the side. And I haven't gotten into Fortnite whatsoever. I just can't. I just don't have the time to. And honestly, I played it a couple times, and I haven't gotten into it. I don't see the appeal for it. But I guess if I was 10 years old, maybe I would see the appeal to it. Paladins, I actually liked Paladins the one time, or actually two times that I played it. FPS, one of those free-to-play deals. I guess like a poor man's Overwatch. But I don't know. I just haven't had the time to put hours into it and find people who can play it with me and everything. So I want to get into Paladins. I really do, but just haven't had the chance to do it. And there's a lot of games. So many games that I want to play. So many things I want to get into. But I have so many other interests. I have hockey. I have a job. I have video games and sports. Like there's so much coming in at once. There's a podcast that I want to continue about sports. There's a podcast that I want to relaunch for my dad. Gosh, so many things. But let's get back into Nintendo Switch Online. The Nintendo Switch Online service launched. It has the cloud save backup thing, which for a lot of people is a huge deal because for the longest time, for almost every Nintendo console since Nintendo's had onboard system memory, which I guess started with the Wii. If you wanted to switch to another console, you essentially needed Nintendo's help to do so, or you needed to download an app on these systems for like the DSi, the 3DS, the Wii U, and the Switch to move your memory. And if your system unfortunately were to explode one day, you'd be out of luck. All your saved data, unless you backed it up to another memory card or what have you, all that would be gone, and you would have to go through Nintendo to try and find any sort of way to recover it. Because there were no other consoles and PCs have had cloud save backups where if it wasn't on the system memory or on your hard drive, you could back it up to a cloud or another memory card or whatever, and you'd be set. Then if your system were to explode, you get your replacement one, you stick your stuff in, you log on to your account, and you're back in business. That just didn't really happen for Nintendo consoles until now. But a lot of people are annoyed that you have to pay for it on the Nintendo Switch Online service. You have to pay, and if you stop paying for the service, you lose your access to your cloud saves until you pay your stuff back again. And me personally, I've never had this issue. I've had to send in my Wii for repairs long ago, and they always came back with all the memory intact, everything like that. My 3DS, my My sister's DSi never had any issues with memory or anything like that. And one of the things that people do talk about is, with regards to this, is especially 3DS owners switching from one console to another because everything was locked to your system. There's a lot of people who collect 3DSs, like different 3DS systems, okay? Or people who upgrade from one 3DS to another. Like, I have the original Nintendo 3DS, the teal one. And the battery on my 3DS, it doesn't hold a charge anymore, whatsoever. I'd be lucky if I got 10 minutes without having it plugged in. And I know I could switch the battery out at any point, or I could just buy a new Nintendo 3DS and have everything set right there. But I just don't have the need to, really. I've stopped playing my 3DS. It's retired at this point. I know there's games on the 3DS that are still coming out, and there's a Metroid game on there that I haven't played yet, and I've played pretty much every Metroid game except the 2 that are on the 3DS, but I don't have the time to, and I really don't want to spend the money to do it. I really don't, and so it's just not the big deal for me. But I know why it's a big deal for other people. Okay, like you see the people who wanted that Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask special Nintendo 3DS XL. I could see the appeal in that, especially if you had an original like me. Like, had I been into my Nintendo 3DS more, I probably would have upgraded to something else, to at least a new one. Because I did that with the DS. I upgraded from the DS original to the DS Lite, because I got the DS on day one, and then I got the DS Lite on day one. My sister bought a DSi. I didn't get a DSi because I didn't see a need for it, and the games that were on there, I didn't see that much of a need to get the DSiWare. And I got access to that library once I got a Nintendo 3DS, so I bought maybe a couple DSiWare games, and that was it. But transferring from one system to another, like my Wii U, I've never had an issue with memory or any sort of hardware issues with the Wii U. Actually, which is great. Actually, it's actually fantastic. My Wii U never had any issues at all, ever. I never had to send it in for repairs. The Wii U was actually a very well-made console, physically, but outside of that, it had a lot of other issues. But we're not going to get into that. What else did the Switch Online service have upgraded? Well, you have the 20 NES games. I started playing River City Ransom. I never played that game. Never, ever, whatsoever. And I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. And with the suspend, the suspend feature from the Wii U that transferred over, and the 3DS that transferred over, that's great. Actually, I'm really happy about that feature, because it means I can have save points, and I don't have to beat a game in one shot, like I had to do on the Wii for certain games. So River City Ransom is a lot of fun. I'm sure I'll probably Ghouls and Ghosts at some point, and I'll probably be putting in a ton of save points for that game just to get through it. And then I played some Mario Brothers, some Yoshi. I haven't played Super Mario Brothers or Mario Bros. 3 either, but don't really need to. I mean, I played Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Bros. 3 several times already, so it's nothing new for me. The Legend of Zelda's on there. I've already played through that. I finally beat it a few years back on my own, but it was on the 3DS with all the save points and everything. So I don't know if I really want to go through that again. Ice hockey's on there, which is nice. I hope to play some of that multiplayer at some point, but no real need to. Nintendo's selling those NES controllers that go on your Switch for $60 or something like that. Like it's a ridiculous amount of money, and you can only use them for the NES games. So you have to pay for the service. Like okay, Nintendo. Like I love you, Nintendo. I would defend a lot of things that you do, or not defend it. Actually, there's a lot of things that Nintendo does that I really just don't care about. I don't care enough about it just to complain about it nor defend them about it. But man, those NES controllers are not worth the price. I just rather get the NES Classic, mod it, and buy the extra controller and play NES games like that. Okay? That'd be it. Okay? Then I do the same thing with the Super Nintendo one and just get the essential games that you need for that system and play it like that too. So, I don't know if I'd be interested in the PlayStation Classic. I never owned a PlayStation. That'd be something if I were to get into the PlayStation, because I've never owned. I mean, it's not. I can't say that I've never owned a PlayStation console, because I have a PS1. I used to own a PS2, but I never got into them. And I have a PS1 only because it's my mom. They gave it to her, and I just have it there. But I didn't have it during its heyday. I just have it as an adult, and I just haven't gotten into it, and don't really feel like collecting for it. The Switch Online service, and I've used it. I've noticed there's a drop in users on Splatoon, which is kind of the unfortunate thing about this for now, until you get people to jump on board with this. So hopefully, I guess by the holiday season, I would think that people would be back into it. Maybe the level of competition in Splatoon is a little harder because of that, because I think it's mostly adults. So I think that would be that'd be the difference that I'm seeing with it right now. Improvement in the online service, I guess hopefully that'll happen, but I haven't had that many issues with the service online for Nintendo. I mean, we've come a long way from the Wi-Fi connection on the DS, so I'm not going to complain. I don't really play a ton of games on PC or anything like that. I'm not really an online gamer, honestly. Not the game that I play online since I got into gaming, like the most Rocket League on the PC, Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2, and Mario Kart 8. Like, I haven't really gotten into that many online games. I've played them. I've played a lot of them. Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS. I played that a lot online. Mario Kart DS, the same thing. Medal of Honor Heroes 2 on the Wii. I played that a few times on online. Mario Kart Wii online as well. Pokemon online. Mario Sports Mix. If a game has an online feature, I'll try it out. I'll play it, but online only games, I haven't really played a ton of them. I'm not really into them that much, and you know, I'm just mostly into single player stuff, and anything that may be multiplayer, either versus or co-op, that's kind of my deal. So but you know, I have to pay for Nintendo Online, and I can afford to. I have a job, okay? I'm an adult, so it's $20 a year. That's fine. I'm FGOGR, the OG YouTuber. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, you can donate to my Patreon page so I can pay for my online on Nintendo Switch. On the top left, you'll see something, a video. On the top right, you'll see another thing, a video or playlist. Bottom left, my logo. And on the bottom right, you'll see my Patreon link. And in the description, you'll see my Nintendo Switch friend code, so you can add me. Thanks.